They'll leave there when we come on. So
I gotta get this. We're on, Kelly.
all right.
There.
Hi everyone.
Hi everybody. Welcome to the New Year's Eve Streamathon. We'll hang out for a few minutes, wait for people to get here. If you look in the description box, it says that we're Colleen and I are going to work on a project from Explore Mixed Media Collage. We're going to work on the home project, which we thought everybody got kind of familiar with their homes again this year, so we thought that would be a fun project. There is also a list of all the streamers in the Streamathon. So go to the description, and there's a list. I think it goes on until Thursday night. So I think there's 18 streamers over the next 36 hours. So there'll be something for everybody. So welcome, Colleen and I. Colleen's a scrap chick. I'm Kathy Berg, and we stream twice a week. We're mixed media artists. We like to just try new products and share them with people. We like to get conversation going in chat. We like to inspire each other. We're not here to teach you anything. We're just here to share our ideas and art. So welcome, everybody. Glad you're here. So how are you, Colleen?
I'm doing well. We got a lot of new people in chat. Hi, everybody who's new. Welcome to our channel. I say our channels because we stream on each other's channels. So, so it's all we're one and the same when I say our channels, because I stream with Kathy on Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, and she streams with me on Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern on my channel. So we basically are the same people.
Yeah, same people, two channels. And if one of us isn't here, they'd be filling for the other. So
welcome, Julia. It's nice to have someone else from Kentucky. We are very low, and there's hardly anyone from Kentucky in the art groups. I've noticed that. I'm like, am I the only person in Kentucky that does any art? I'm confused.
No, we come across some. Let's see who's here. We've got, hey, Lena's here. Hi, Eileen. Dar. Hi, Sherry L. and Beck. Jane, Bethany. Hey, Mary. I want to do a thank you to Mary Altier. She took over the reins of the New Year's. Uh-oh. I'm not muted. I'm sorry about that. I wanted to give a shout out to Mary, who took over the reins for the New Year's Eve Streamathon. And it was something that Jean, the musical scrapper, had started, and has been busy with some other stuff. So Mary offered to jump in and take over. So there's Barb, Christy, hey Shauna, Colleen, Riri, Little Gypsy, hey Linda, Brenda. If we miss anybody, there's a ton of people here. We have great mods. We've got Helen, Picola, I know CB's a mod. Hopefully they'll all be here. So if you have questions, put them in caps. If Colleen and I don't see it, we will, one of the mods will answer. And you can always leave a question in the box below.
Hi, Michelle. This is awesome.
I know. This is great. Thanks, you guys.
It's really nice. Thank you. Okay, so today what we're going to do is we're going to work out of the Explore Mixed Media Collage. And we thought we'd do a project out of this. And
just real quick, Colleen, sorry to interrupt.
Today too.
Colleen, wait, just before you start, because then I won't have to interrupt. Okay. We are going to do a giveaway at the end. I think I've got 5 or 6 of these lace fabric strips packets that we had done a giveaway earlier in the year, and I'm going to give them away. This is a packet that Helen, our mod, sent with all kinds of really nice vintagey looking fabrics, and then Zandra did a little lace packet with a little doily thing. So, and I'm going to add some lace to it. So we'll be giving away 5 or 6 of these at the end of the show. Okay, so Colleen's going to go through everything with you, and I'm going to follow along with chat and hopefully relay most of the questions to her that you have. All right, thanks, Colleen. Sorry about that.
I will see it. Cassie will see it. Our mods, or Eileen, or somebody will see it. Hopefully, if we miss anything. Yeah, so that will be at the end of the show, the giveaway. And sorry for my dog barking. Sorry. I have 2 little Jack Russells, and they're part of every show because they like to bark at everything that goes on outside the window. So, but, so we're going to be reading 2 projects out of this if we have time. This is, will it include international?
Yes, it will include international.
Explore Mixed Media Collage, and this is the author. This book came out in 2014. This is not a new book. Hi, Dee Dee. This is a book off my shelf that has sadly sat on my shelf collecting dust. So we're going to do 2 projects out of this. So the first one is called Heart of Home. And so I'm going to start on this one. This is on Amazon. You can also get this used on Amazon for much less money. And just to let you know, because I've already looked it up. And anyway, so the first thing you have to do is we're going to take a piece of 8.5 by 10 muslin, and you cover it with some white acrylic paint. Okay, and you're leaving, you end up leaving about a 1/2 inch around, all around the sides. And then after that, you're going to, and then you're also going to have a piece of canvas paper that's 9 by 12. Canvas paper is sold in packs, just like any other paper. And we're going to be mounting this on top and at the very end. And so after that, that's at the very end. So the next thing we're going to do, so I already went ahead and prepped everything as a time saver because I only have 2 hours to complete some projects. So we talk a lot and we're kind of pokey. So just saying. So first thing on the, let me know. If anyone plays along, let me know. I'm on Instagram, and so is Kathy Berg. So I am this scrap chick on Instagram as well. You'll see a little icon at the top of my page on YouTube. You can find me that way. So the first thing we're going to do after we prep the paper is we're going to take a charcoal pencil and we're going to draw a house with lines. Use a soft cloth or fingertip to buff the charcoal. So that's the first thing. So easy peasy, right? And the second step, which I kind of is you take a piece of glassine paper. In my case, I use some deli paper, bakery paper that we use for jelly plating. You use the edge of your paper pads, and then I stitched it. Now, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to stitch this through and attach it this way instead of separately. But because of time-saving purposes, I stitched mine. I'm going to glue it instead of stitching it onto here. So this is the base that we're going to be sitting the house on. So, and I think it's kind of nice to go ahead and do that because then you can kind of just start putting your house on top of it as your base, and you won't have it crooked. So my concern was I would have it crooked.
Okay, so Colleen is much more organized than me. So she had all the supplies that we needed. So I'm going to show that you can, if you don't have the supplies that are in the book, that's no problem. Instead of it does tell you should have a canvas sheet of paper. I'm using a canvas board. Instead of muslin cloth, I'm using a drop cloth that you paint on. So Colleen and I will both be doing the same project, but when you see mine, it might be a little bit different because I didn't have all the supplies. I'm going to show that you can just use what you have. So, okay.
We make the screens bigger.
Make the screens. Who said make the screens bigger?
Peggy. She wants you to squish us together on the one screen.
Does that work for you?
That's fine.
You know what? Let me put Colleen big and I'll be off to the side since she's the one kind of leading it today because I have trouble with that. Okay. So I'm just going to be off to the side and Colleen's going to be working on the mid project. I think that works great for everybody.
Okay. And then So you have, so I already, like I said, you normally stitch this to this, but I went ahead and saved some steps. So, I'm very confident apparently. I need a ruler because, I'm not going to get this house straight, right? What I love about this project is you can put this in an art journal. You could put this in on a book cover and put this into artwork. I mean, you could do it's just simple. It's basic. You don't have to have major drawing skills to do this. And it's very simplistic project, and it's kind of nice sometimes to do just a simplistic project because and I that's what appealed to me when I was seeing this. I was like, this is so simple and cute, and let's just do this. So my favorite things, I love houses, I love drawing houses, I love barns, farm, boho, and a lot of other things. So, but houses is one I see. My roof is a little wonky, but that's okay. All right. So next is going to add a little piece of paper of scrap dictionary to the roof. So this is next. So I already have, over they use music sheet, so that's what I did. So I already have my music sheet all cut out. Everything prepped for today, because normally you would see me running around the house, running around room to room, finding stuff in a normal stream. Sometimes we kind of art on the fly. Eileen says, do this, do that, and then we start arting on the fly, and then I'm running around my room.
We usually art on the fly. We're usually not this organized.
Yeah, we have a plan, but then, we change our plans because something inspires us, as something gets us all inspired and we change gears. So that happens quite often too.
Well, that's what's fun.
We artists, we do a little bit of everything. We like magicals, jelly plating, acrylics, sprays, we like journals, napkins. Like, we are mixed media artists. We don't do the same thing. It's always different. It's never going to be the same. So if you're coming here for, just let you know ahead of time, we do a little bit of everything. So we're not boring. I would say boring, but that was rude. I don't mean that way. I just mean that we
just like to switch it up. We like to switch it up, and that's what's fun about having the live audience. We may start with a plan of doing something, and then depending on what we're talking about, we'll end up doing something completely different or doing that project a different way.
Yeah, it's Eileen's. It's always Eileen's fault, just so you all know. So
yeah, if anything goes wrong, it's Eileen's fault. Just so you know. And be prepared, because Eileen is the ultimate enabler. And Colleen likes to shop.
Yeah, and because we do all different things, sometimes our projects turn out and sometimes they don't. So I'm going to be honest about that. At times it can go bad. I have a tendency to be messy. I spill stuff. Yeah, I've been known to spill stuff, and I'm also can be messy too. I get caught up in the moment, and that happens as well. And then I also end up taking my my desk, and I pile it full of stuff, and then my space just keeps shrinking as I'm working. That doesn't help. Okay, so the next step that I just did was adding some dimension by adding cadmium red acrylic paint to the top right-hand corner with 3 dots by tapping the paintbrush on the muslin. Now, I used a little dot tool, but you can just use the end of a paintbrush. You don't have to have one of these. Okay, so the next step is we're going to add ink to the corners. Create lines by pressing brush corduroy pad onto the corner of the muslin. Now, I realized I don't have brush corduroy. So that is one of Tim's older, inks. And yeah, I don't have that one. So I added that to my list of things to pick up at some point was brush corduroy because I thought, oh, I've got all those. Nope, I don't. So anyway, so I'm going to improvise. If I don't have brush corduroy, I'm going to use gathered twigs. So it doesn't, I mean, again, it doesn't have to be the exact brown or whatever. So again, you can do your take on this. I'm just doing it in a book by close to what she's doing. Okay. So, hold on. I apologize. And if you look at the finished piece, she did the ink pad right here and right here to just kind of give it some finished edges, which is a really good idea. I don't honestly think I've ever done it on a piece. It's just using ink pad to have the edges done. So I actually thought that was neat. So like, let's see if I could do this without making a big smudge. That's my main concern. It's not making a big smudge. It's actually getting the actual corner. We'll see if I get this right. So this is a nice, I thought this was a nice trick to finish the edge of a paper, is to do this with the ink pad. These many years that I've been doing this, I haven't done this. Now mine's not as clean as hers, but this is an oxide. This is it's slightly different than Tim's other inks, but all right. So there's my edges finished. Okay, so the next step is to go and add some shading. So what she used for shading is she used some Neo2s and she used gray and grays and ochres, right? Oh, I gotta back up a step. I already know what I forgot to do. I forgot to smear my house. Hold on. It is charcoal. So when you get done, you may want to use some sort of spray sealant. I forgot I was supposed to smear my lines. Charcoal is like pastels. They will forever move when you touch them. So you are going to want to seal this in with some sort of spray when you get done. So I forgot to smear my lines. That looks better. And let's see. So I'm going to go in with my ochre. Now she isn't wet. Let's see. She's not wetting. Okay, she does wet it. Okay, with the wet paintbrush. Okay. So on the other two corners that we didn't do the ink pad, we're going to go in here with our Neo2 ochre, and we're going to go around this corner. And then I'm going to get my water brush out, and we're going to spread this out. I like how that looks.
Also, welcome everybody who's come in.
Yes, welcome everyone who's new. I'm sorry if we don't see you because my head is down. I normally keep an eye on chat while we're streaming. We chat a lot in our streams. It's not always this official. We do chat and hang out and talk. So if you watch our recordings, definitely will, if you have lack of time, just fast forward. I'm not watching chat as much today because we're on a time restraint. I want to do a couple complete projects with you.
Yeah. So welcome everybody who's come in. A couple things I saw in chat. If you're looking for Tim's ink pad, somebody said they're going up $1 tomorrow, so you might want to buy some of those today. Devin got an Amazon gift card from her son for Christmas, so she's getting Neo2s.
Neo2s.
Yeah, Neo2s are fun. Yeah, just what we're using.
Isn't that fun? You'll love Neo, and they last forever. I've had this set for 10 years? I mean, they literally last so long.
They do. You'll have them forever. Brenda wants to try the Inktense pans. I do too. I want to get a small set of those and see how they work. We can all torture Eileen and use our Inktense for a whole stream.
The Inktense pans. Oh yeah, someone was using those. Those do look really nice.
Yeah.
I don't mind the Inktense. I don't use them a ton, but I don't hate them. So I don't know why Eileen loathes them, but she does. So let's see. So the next step is to take your, they just said a red crayon, no color specific. I just wanted it to look good with the paint. And I forgot to mention what color paint I was using. This is Permanent Red, and this is Hobby Lobby's brand, and that's what I used here. And this is Scarlet by Neo 2 is Scarlet. Okay, so after you draw your lines around the dot, and then we're going to now go back with our charcoal pencil, and you don't wet it. It looks like we just add it and we leave it. Okay. And now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our house and we're going to add some dots around our house for added interest with our charcoal. Now, laying my hand on this, got to be careful because you will spread the charcoal with your arm or hand. So you do have to be careful. I'm working on a pastel piece, 2 pastel pieces yesterday, and I had to go back and remember that you can't lay your arm on what you're working on. You have to put down a piece of paper or something so you don't smear your artwork.
Okay, maybe one of the mods can put up the information for the Inktense blocks.
Okay, so now I have my dots drawn and my little accent dots around the house, as you can see, and it's looking really cute. This is so simple. It's so cute. I really like it. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is get our gray colored Neo 2, and we're going to do some shading on the interior of the house and at the bottom. Okay, so let me show you the finished piece. Okay, so this is the finished piece. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, looks like she may have used, that's the only thing you got to watch with the book. Sometimes it's missing stuff.
Thanks, Helen.
It looks like she did the ochre around the ink as well, and then she did some ochre here around the house. Okay, and then looks like she did, so we're going to do it around the edges with some gray. So let's do that. Oh, yeah, I got to glue my door on, too. We need a door. So I got some dictionary paper for the door. And I found, of course, I had to, and I made sure I found a dictionary paper that says house. Aha. So, sure, zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to add this. Now, mine's a little big. I cut this last night. I just wanted to have everything prepped for today. And Kathy was prepping this morning. I am not a morning person. I'm a night person. So, I prefer to work at night and then sleep as late as possible in the morning. so that's what I did. Kathy was prepping this morning. I more like stay up and then sleep as late as I can and then go with that. Okay, so there's my door. I just used again, piece of dictionary paper. I just thought it would be cute to use the word house. And I think home has been, like I said, a big focus last year or this year, I should say. So I thought this seemed appropriate. Okay, so let's go with our ochre.
Okay, Helen.
And let's go over here. I'm gonna highlight over around where I did the ink, the gathered twigs. Yeah, Kathy and I, this year, I think our goals are to incorporate a little bit of fabric and slow stitching. We want to do some more fabric into our art. We're having fun with that. And we are, I think, just want to branch out a little bit, add a little more. And I think you just need to, especially as a mixed media artist, like you get bored if you don't just try something new, get the creative juices flowing. So, and there's so many awesome YouTubers out there for inspiration, to get inspired from. And that's what I enjoy doing is seeing what others are doing. And oops, only have my arm on again. And having, be inspired, right? We like to do shout outs to other streamers who inspire us. Just a couple lines right here. So we love to do shout outs to people and channels. Well, new channels we find. And we also like to try get new products, and we shop a lot. I ain't lying about that one. We like to shop. So we'll share our new buys or finds if we get it Tuesday mornings or whatever. So
one thing we like to do is we just streamed last Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shoot! And Devin popped on. We like to have people come on, either share what they're doing. She showed her organization.
Oh, it was fun. It was fun. I was organizing my metal dies, and she wanted to come on, which is really sweet. Spontaneously came on with us to show what she does with her dies, and I loved it. Everyone really loved seeing what she was doing and how she organized her stuff. I just wanted to. Her room was very cozy and nice, and the way she had it all set up to you just wanted to sit down and start. You just wanted to sit down and start playing in her space. Like I felt like she had it all laid out nice, and it just looks like you just want to come in there and sit down and start arting, and that's nice of a space like that.
Yeah, so if there's anybody out there who wants to share, let us know. You're welcome to come on anytime. Let us know, and you can pop on and share with everybody.
We like to have other people on and talk, and
yeah, we're not. It's just no pressure. We're just here to have fun, share ideas, and inspire each other.
Yeah. You could always do too if you get too much. Like I feel like I got a little too much there. Just take your baby wipe and just push it back a little bit if you felt like, before it dries. Push it back just a little bit. Okay, so let's go in with our gray. And oh, it's cute. So she put 3 little loops down here. I love that. That's cute. It's cute, simple. I like that. Ooh, I got yellow. Get the yellow off your thing before you go back in the new color. There you go. Yeah.
So what were some of the things we were thinking about? We've got stitching. We wanted to add a lot of stitching. Not a lot, but just try adding stitching to our mixed media.
Hand stitching, fabric. I wanted
oil pastels.
Oil pastels. I don't know. Let me wipe this off. I'm gonna wipe this back. I feel like it's too much. Hold on. See, nice thing about that is because the surface is painted, it gives us a, I'm going to do this in charcoal instead of the crayon. I felt like it just got too big. You can wipe it back off. So I thought that was cool. We like to try, a new, Stamperia paper pads and make journals and do that kind of stuff. I think our goals are we wanted to do some Oriental books this year. We want to do some more house themed books. I think for the month of January, I'm going to be working on snowmen, like a little snowman journal. I haven't 100% decided how I'm gonna do it, but if I'm gonna do a couple, if I'm gonna do a big journal, a little journal, but I just love snowmen, so I'm sticking with that theme. Kathy's gonna be working from some Stamperia paper. It's beautiful. It's like a limited edition, like a UK with the phone booth, and it's beautiful. So we'll be sticking with a kind of winter theme in January, but different. Her and I will be using different paper. Keep it
just different paper, different projects. Like I kind of want to do a January journal. Also, something you need to know: we aren't sponsored by anybody. We just, we buy stuff we like, and we always let you know what we're using. But we have no sponsors, so we're not. We're not trying to sell anything, or we don't sell anything. We're just here to have fun.
We are known as enablers. We're guilty
that. Maybe once or twice.
Maybe once or twice. We might be known as enablers, but only because we do like to. We love to try. We love to try new things. So.
Oh, and we also like to, when we do find a new artist we do like to share with them. If we find somebody who inspires us,
Oh
we
my
like
gosh,
to share
yeah.
with you.
Or if we find an Etsy shop we like, or a YouTube channel we like, or yeah, totally. Because I love when other people tell me about it, like a streamer or a YouTuber that they like. I'm always, yeah, I don't mind at all. I love new people to follow. I'm just going around the gray Neo, just around the outside edge a little bit.
Oh, that's looking
And
good, Colleen. And then one thing too, like we'll do a project out of a book, but we're not like, okay, this is what the directions are. We have to use all the stuff. No, just take what you have and put your own spin on it. Make it yours. Put your personality on it.
oh, yeah, Kimberly's a good example in our group.
Yeah.
She doesn't stream. She's one of our friends, but she she likes to do art alongs, and she always puts a nice. She always puts a nice twist on everybody's stuff, and I enjoy seeing what she's doing. Sometimes we work out of books and we do paint alongs. You never know. We also do swaps. We don't mind doing. This year was a fabric swap, and that Kathy managed all that, and I just did emails. And the other swap we did was tag swap, and that was fun this year. It's a chance to see each other's art, and that was a lot of fun.
Oh, and here's somebody, I have to say, this past year, one person that we really became good friends with was Lena. She doesn't stream anymore. She used to stream right after us, but I have to say, she's probably one of the people that we've probably spent so much time trying different techniques and sharing stuff with. So make sure you check out her channel, because we really got to be good friends over the past year, which I think, and I kind of miss her not streaming. Don't you think, Colleen?
I agree.
I mean, that is somebody who just comes up with ideas, and
she does do recordings. She has a YouTube channel. She does do recordings, so you can still see her art.
But we spent a lot of time with her, trying new things. And I just wanted to that's what, I like to, let people know where I learned stuff. She gave us a lot of good ideas and inspiration. And hopefully she'll start streaming again.
Don't lay your finger in the paint.
Huh?
I said, don't lay your finger in the paint. Like I just did. Okay, so I think I'm done doing little bits. Kimberly in chat said she's going to put her twist on it. I love that. She always does. Let's see. Another one that likes to join in on stuff is Joy. She likes to also join in and try different things, which we really appreciate. It's a compliment, honestly, when other people do. The next thing is we're going to put a quote and finish this off by putting a quote. I picked out a quote and a home quote to put on here. Wait a minute a second. I need to push this back, because it's going to be disastrous. And believe me, that happens.
Hey, Mary, I'm adding you as a moderator. Thank you. Oh, and there's another one of my mods, Laura, Jersey Crafter. We've gotten to know her over the past year. She's a lot of fun. She's inspired me to do more glue books and things like that. It's just fun finding new people and getting different ideas to incorporate into your own artwork.
All right.
So, Colleen, how much Dr. Pepper have you had this morning?
I'm only on my second one. That's probably why I put my finger in my paint.
I'm like still back on the 3 little red dots up in the corner. Like, okay.
Okay, so let's see. I have the magical thing about home. I'm not trying to do this, and now if you have nice handwriting or, go for it. I do not. I'm just doing my normal, just print. The magical thing about home. So let's carry this. I want to make sure I fit this in.
Yeah, where did you get the quote? Was that on there? Or did you find your own quote?
I found my own quote. This quote says, "Speak." Okay, I can't read it. Never mind. I can't even read the second word. Speak of something, the breeze of one. It's just nothing about home. So I wanted to make mine about home. The magical thing about home is, and you also need a permanent pen to go over top of this to make sure your paint is dry, as you will kill your nib. This is a Micron. These are permanent, and I think this is a 01. And I thought this was perfect because we do feel this way. I'm going to do real cute. I'm going to add some little hearts for my instead of my dots. Let's just add some little hearts. The magical thing about home is it feels good to leave, and it feels better to come back. I thought that was perfect. Now they did theirs. Yeah, they did on the white part. Never mind. I was thinking they went outside the white. Never mind. They did do it within the parameter of the white. Okay, it feels good to leave. And leave means go shopping, right? All right, feels good to leave. Oh, I wonder if she lost the internet. She'll be back. She has her internet drop a lot.
Suddenly leave. Colleen will still be here because we have StreamYard. Sorry about that. So can you hear me now, Colleen?
I can hear you.
Okay. So yeah, you may see me pop in and out. We've been having internet issues the past week. I think I was talking about Johnny, the Junk Journal Shop. Check out her channel. She has great ledger and lace sale later this afternoon if you're interested. And rumor has it maybe some of her handcrafted journals at the end of this.
They're not already sold.
Yeah, if they're not already sold, they sell fast. They sell fast. So, but check her out. So do some multitasking. You can be watching the Streamathon and doing some shopping at the same time.
All right, so I am finished because again, I am finished. I did a lot of I'm gonna leave this red just because I like it. I'm gonna add this to my canvas, but I've got the highlights of the gray, the ochre. I added a little bit, and again, I added a quote around the edge, and I'm done. This one was a pretty easy project, but again, the slow part would have been. A slow part about this one was painting the canvas, letting it dry, and then painting the fabric and letting it dry. But I wanted to do a couple projects with you guys. So, like I said, I prepped this last night. So I'm going to do is I'm going to just add the glue around the behind the painted edge and not on the fabric edge. And I'm going to stick this on my canvas, and when Kathy will be working on hers, I'm going to start on the next project.
Okay, so while Colleen's gluing her canvas, I'll show you what I've done and how you can do it if you have different supplies. Hold on just a second. All right, so I ended up, like I said, I had the, I didn't have the canvas paper, so I just used a canvas board. I used a drop cloth instead of muslin. I still painted, you know, the white acrylic just of the canvas board. I decided I'm just getting into sewing, so I'm not really good with my sewing machine yet. So I decided I used washi tape, a little piece.
Oh, I thought you meant Colleen when you said.
And I just stapled mine. I just stapled mine on there. I used I think this was a Lyra charcoal pencil thingy. So I just traced out my house. And then I decided to hand sew. Right now I'm in the process of hand sewing buttons on. And I'm going to continue while Colleen goes along with the next project. I may use some mica chips. Just kind of do my take on the whole project. So I'll put Colleen back on so she can let you know what we're doing for the next one.
That's okay, Devin.
What?
Thank you, Helen. Yep, you guys have got a lot of work ahead of you today. Okay, so thank you guys. Thank you, mods. So the next one I'm going to work on. So we're done with this one. So it turned out really cute. It's really, I'm going to leave my edges like this. I'm not going to hear them down. I'm going to leave them like this. Like I said, I glued around the white part. Again, I'm going to probably put this in our journal, but I just love how it turned out. It's simple. It's cute. It was easy. And so the next one I had to do a whole bunch.
Oh, Colleen, show them the finished one out of the book again.
Okay, sorry.
And show them the book.
Okay, the book is Explore Mixed Media Collage. It's Innovative Layering Techniques. Here's the author, Kristen Robin and Ruth Ray. This is available on Amazon. You can probably get used. It's used on Amazon. You might be able to find it used at thrift books and other places if you don't want to buy it new. It's from 2014. This is on my shelf. I already owned it. So, and this was page 76. You can also get this on Kindle. I know Kathy got hers on Kindle because you know, it was going to take a while for the book to get to her. So you can also buy books that way. So you don't have to necessarily buy the physical book. Okay, so the next project I want to work on. Now it also says use a brayer to push that down to get rid of the air bubbles, which I did not do. But I think some of my stuff might still be wet, and I'm good with how it is. So I just did the edges, so there shouldn't be too many air bubbles. Okay. So the next project I want to try is called Joyful Hearts. This is page 80 in the book, and this is the finished project. Yeah, 2014 is new again. That's right. Sit on my shelf for 6 years. It's time to get this baby out.
Yeah, that's a bunch of stuff we found that going through some of the old books, there's a lot of techniques that I think you'll agree, Colleen, like when we first started out, we had done, exactly. And then we kind of, you know, moved on to different things, but there's a lot of stuff that we did like maybe 8 years ago that are back new again, like all the vintage stuff and, you know,
Oh, okay. Jill said she's taking classes with Kristen Robinson, and she's awesome. Well, that's fantastic. I didn't know I've not taken any classes from her. That's great.
Oh, live classes too. Where does she travel, or does she have a studio that she teaches out at, Jill?
That's terrific. So I prepped my canvas. This is basically, I this is a wood canvas board. You can buy these at Hobby Lobby, I know is where I usually get mine. I added gesso down. Then I added some white glue and then let it crackle and then put blue over top. It didn't crackle a lot. I was kind of disappointed. So I probably didn't put enough. I don't think I put enough glue on there. My crackle is it's very minimal. So I should have put, I'm used to using crackle paste, but I went ahead and did what the book was saying, and I'm used to crackle paste. The cracking is, like I said, very minimal. So I was a little disappointed with that, but it is what it is. So if you have crackle paste, you can do that. I guess I should have put like more glue on. The glue should have been put on heavier, but like I said, I don't normally use Elmer's glue. I usually use a crackle paste, but sometimes I guess it's supposed to be a finer crackle, and I would say, sometimes the crackle paste is not. It's too fine, or it's a little fussy. So off to the side, I'm going to heat up some beeswax. I have a skillet over here, and I have a block of beeswax. This is from Amazon. I don't want to touch it after it gets warm. I'm going to start melting some beeswax. So the next step we're going to do after the crackle is we're going to start adding some hot wax on here and let it dry, and then we're going to do some etching into it. Now, it's not going to be as cool as hers because, like I said, it did not crackle up very much. But
okay, Jill said, getting back to Kristen Robertson, she travels, but not in a while. She took a class from her in Chicago and in Lansing, Michigan. That was a number of years ago. Are you from Chicago or Michigan, Jill? That's interesting. I wonder if it says in the book where they're from. Huh. I'll have to look at and see if she does once everything, to see if she's back traveling, or maybe check out, see if she has online classes now.
All right, so I'm going to turn this off because it's melting. It's all good.
Oh, wow, that works good, Colleen. I haven't tried.
Yeah, it's fast. Starting to smoke, so I'm turning it sucker off. Now, it's only wax, so it's non-caustic or any of that, so you don't have to worry about it. It's safe.
Colleen, Dee Dee wants you to dip a dye in the beeswax. I don't think so, Eileen. We know that old trick. I think it's more Eileen wants you to do that. Oh, Tracy, when's your birthday? Jill, you're from Kalamazoo. I'm over by Ann Arbor. Are you familiar with Ingrid Dykers? She has a studio in Bryan and does and has open studio and does classes. There's a lot of people I've met from Michigan in the online art community.
There sure is.
Brenda. Yeah, Brenda's close. She's in Battle Creek. I know. As soon as things open up again, Brenda, we've got to, and Linda and everybody, we've got to organize a Michigan meetup somewhere.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Wouldn't that be fun? You could drive up, Colleen, if Tom, remember, if he ever comes back up to Michigan again for work.
Yes, if he does, I am going to. I'm going to get a dog sitter and my daughter's going to sit here here and take care of my doggies.
And then Patty Lang, she's in Indiana, which is close. Wouldn't that be fun, Gail? Oh, Ingrid, have you taken classes? Did you take classes with Ingrid? Wouldn't it be funny if we were in the same class? Hey, Heather.
Okay. So The clear stuff is beeswax.
Natural beeswax
That
sticks.
is, yes, it is natural beeswax. I have it over here in a pan next to me, and I just use a cheap brush, some sort of like the throwaway brush from the hardware store, because it's going to get gross. Don't use anything good. Just get you a cheap paintbrush, Dollar Tree brush, whatever. And I added the beeswax onto
Hey, Maggie.
this is a wood canvas, and this has underneath has a layer of gesso and acrylic paint, and then I crackled it with Elmer's glue, and now I've added the beeswax on top. And because it's a hard surface, it's actually quite nice to use with the beeswax, I think.
Well, be patient, Randy. We're going to show you what it does.
So it really is just a neat effect. Makes things look aged and old. I know Lori, Girl on the Ridge, loves to use beeswax on everything. Her envelopes, on all her projects, she puts it over photos. She uses everything. It just gives this aged effect.
There's lots of different things you can do
if
with
I
it.
had crackled this better, and it had crackled better. Okay, I'm gonna let this cool a moment.
You can collage with it. I took a class from Dina Wakely called Beeswax Collage, and it's a fun. That's a fun thing you can do with the beeswax. A lot of people are using those little stampy things, getting those out and putting them into their mixed media artwork.
Mm-hmm. Lori on the Ridge, she uses a lot of beeswax, and so does Lori Jenkins.
Yes, Lori Marie Jenkins.
Yes, on YouTube. Those are girls on YouTube. They use a lot of. Now, what I'm doing here, you can also use your distress sprays if you have distress sprays. Tim Holtz sprays. You don't have to use coffee. This is what this book calls for. Again, it's but I'm going to go ahead and just follow the instructions. Instructions. And so it smells good. Okay, so the next step was to make some hot water and some instant coffee and make you a spray. Okay, so now I got that prepared for the next step. Then we go back and see if this is cool. So I'm going to use my awl and I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to make marks in my wax. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit. Okay, so you can see the wax. Hopefully you can see the light's not and we're going to
thanks, Acui. Hope you enjoy. Got a new subscriber, Colleen.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm going in. If you can see, let me dim my light just a smidge to see if that helps.
Hey, Patty. There's Patty Lane from Sacred Mementos. She also does auctions and sells a lot of vintage stuff.
As paint from the last project. Okay, I'm trying to get my camera. I'm sorry. It's just too light for my camera to pick up there. Maybe you can actually see it at this angle. Okay, so I'm going in with an awl and just making grooves into the wax, which is actually kind of fun. So,
okay, nice. So Colleen, what crackle technique did you end up doing?
I used the method that they did, which is you add your gesso, let it dry, didn't take very long. Then I added the Elmer's glue and spread it on with a brush and let it dry about 30 minutes. And then I added the blue paint on top. And then I left it sit all night. Okay,
so that you can do that. You know what? I could not find plain old school glue. I have every other glue but regular old Elmer's. So what I did, I used, where is it? I actually used some of the Distress Crackle paint. And lately I've been I've been kind of crackle challenged, but I did mine on a little canvas board with the, cushiony stuff underneath, and I'll be putting my blue paint on. It actually did crackle for me. And I did notice when you use the Tim Holtz stuff, I read the directions.
Mm-hmm.
That's a novel idea. It does say to shake.
What? You read the directions?
Imagine that. It does say to shake the bottle. It does say to shake the bottle, so that may be the difference if you're using stuff and it doesn't work. Make sure you get everything shaken up.
All right, so the next step is to add some raw umber acrylic paint and get it into the cracks that you just made.
Okay, Candy has a question.
Into the grooves of the wax.
Okay, Candy has a question. Do you use plain beeswax or beeswax for encaustic? Colleen and we use just plain beeswax. Yeah,
I just go to Amazon and ordered natural beeswax.
Natural beeswax. Beeswax for encaustic is a whole different medium. You get into all different things. Colleen and I use plain beeswax.
Yeah.
We always have. We don't do encaustic.
You can get it with in stick form. You can also buy it in this is a brand I'm assuming still is around. You can also buy it in pellet form, and you can get this in white, and you can get this in yellow or white. And if you're going to be using small projects, this actually works quite nice. This is what Lori uses a lot. You can just sprinkle it on. There used to be a thing called a melting pot that you would put it in and melt your beeswax in and dip your projects in. This is just basically the same thing, just a different pan. And when your wax dries in here like this, it's all good. Like I'll leave it, put it away, and then heat it up, and it just liquefies, and I can use it again.
And then something else that we've done before in the Mary Altier, check out her channel. She may have a playlist. Crayons.
Oh yeah, she's got crayons. A lot of melty crayons.
We use melty. We've used melty crayons. Mary's done some awesome stuff with her melty crayons. So just get out there and play. Try different products. If you do go with the encaustic, be careful. We just do the beeswax because it's safe and it's easy. So we don't have to worry about any
dangerous smoke or toxins and all that. If you're going to do encaustics, please get a book or watch some videos and learn about it. Beeswax is very safe and fun.
So, but that's
I watched Lori put it on everything. Lori Jenkins dipped some tea bags in it.
Yes,
that was fun. They put on envelopes and tea bags, and you just want it just gives it this really neat feel.
Yeah, we did that was about a year ago, Colleen. We did the tea bags, but we didn't dip ours. We used a iron, like a little craft iron.
And they sell those
onto the tea bag.
Over Joann's for wax, actually, at the little foot. So this is what I use. You don't have to use Golden Brand, just raw umber. So you can see how it goes into the cracks. How cool is that?
Yes, you should. Devin has a little mini fondue pot, and she says, should I pull it out and dedicate it to this technique? Yes.
I would.
I would, Devin. And then if you do ever decide to have fondue, just buy a new fondue pot.
Yeah, you never use it for cooking once you use it.
Is it an electric one or one with a flame? I mean, you could use either just to get it melted. You could probably stick some in the microwave. Have you ever tried putting yours in the microwave, Kelly?
I have not tried that method.
I wonder if that works.
Mostly what we do is we melt it with an encaustic iron but a skillet is what Lori Marie Jenkins uses is a skillet.
Yeah.
She has a big skillet and she melts her beeswax in it, and that's what she uses. Good enough for her is good enough for me.
Yeah. Eileen still has her melting pot.
I got rid of mine. I just never kept it. It was really tiny and limiting compared to having something larger. It's just more fun. So you can put as much or little as you want, right? Then you can get in here. Whoops, if you don't have red on hold on. Don't have red on there. As I said, welcome to my stream.
Well, Tracy, this is what we were streaming sometime, and somebody told us that it was you have to make sure it stays at a certain temperature. It's very toxic. So since then, we just we never really were interested in trying it.
Yeah, beeswax is not. Natural beeswax is safe.
Yeah, so really, we know nothing about encaustic. We use beeswax, and it's different, and it's not as, we just feel like it's safer. So if you want to know about encaustic, there's a lot of people out there who can help you.
Yes. Okay. So there it is look how cool that looks now. I love how, even though I didn't get the crackle that I wanted, I really like that the paint now seep down into the grooves that we made into the wax. And I mean, that just looks like wood, right? How neat is that? Okay. So the next step is
you are like zooming right along.
I'm going to start prepping. I'm going to start prepping my watercolor paper. What material is Kathy working on?
Okay, I am using, here I'll do a quick, I'll go on while Colleen's getting ready for the next step. Okay, what material? Okay, so instead of using muslin, I decided to use a drop cloth. So it just gives it, I like the drop cloth because it has a different, it's a little bit heavier, different texture. And then instead of using the glassine paper, I just put some washi tape, a little piece of 16 millimeter film, and the edge of the paper. And instead of the Neocolors, I sewed some buttons for my red. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of showing other ways you can do it, not using the exact products in the book. I know there's there's a lot of, it's beeswax, I've seen a lot of new videos on people using beeswax.
Oh, it's really good. Yeah, it's getting really popular. I mean, Lori Jenkins has always used it. But and it's funny, it's Lori and Lori on the ridge, Laurie, different Lori. She uses it on all of her. She said she loves wax. She loves the way it feels. She does a lot of vintage stuff. She loves the way it looks she was putting it on envelopes. She puts it on glassine bags, like everything. I love the versatility of wax.
Yeah, me too. So Colleen, what exactly are you doing now?
Okay, so what I'm doing is I took some hot water, added to my spray bottle, added some instant coffee. This is espresso instant coffee, and I'm soaking my watercolor paper with the coffee, and now I'm just adding granules on top to make it darker. And then we're going to dry this, and we're going to add this on top of the board we just did the beeswax on. So after we sew, I'm gonna also add some muslin behind it. But yeah, so see how cool that looks. So then you can make this as dark as long as you want. I would recommend ditching your coffee, but I mean, it could get yucky after a while. It's not just like Tim Holtz spray. This coffee could get moldy. So I would keep it in your spray bottle for a day or so, and then I would dump it. But you can also use Tim Holtz distress spray. So there's many products out there that does this. This wasn't. Now, in 2014, we did have sprays, but again, I think this book we were using coffee and sprays and things like that. I think she just wants to give you fun. This book is really about fun ideas and alternatives, really. So I'm going to try to dry this real quick. I'm going to move my pot because it feels cool. No, it feels cool enough to move now. And I was like, well, I haven't really done coffee on watercolor paper, so.
Yes, Candy.
And it smells good.
Ventilation.
It smells really good.
Oh, I know. I love the coffee papers.
Coffee paper smells good. Tea dyed paper. A lot of people are doing tea dyed paper, coffee dyed paper. You know, I would say Joyce was doing this for ages ago with coffee. Everyone else is just now catching on. But yeah, this cheap alternative. Where it's archival or all that, any of that nonsense. I have no idea. Don't care. We don't care. So I have we use our sprays too. Don't get us wrong. We use both, but I thought I would follow this book tutorial step by step, and so you guys can see some fun alternatives.
Okay, project ideas came from Explore Mixed Media Collage by Kirsten. Our mods will put up the link for you, but it's Explore Mixed Media Collage. I was going to say Kirsten Ray, but that's the first name of the one author and the last name of the second author. Sorry about that. Colleen's got the book. We'll show it again later. And the mods will put the link in for you. Michelle. Okay, Michelle likes, onion. I love onion skin paper. I like it plain. I like it dyed. I like to jelly plate with it. And that's it. You can use, just pick out, make the project your own. If you like onion skin paper, use that. I mean, this is just a kind of a guide.
So use onion skins to make dye. That's true, and you can
use onion skins to make dye.
Michelle, yeah, like the red onion skins. You can use that to dye papers with too. It's really so cool.
If I know who that is, I think Michelle has done a whole class using natural dyes. Am I right, Michelle?
This is a different, yeah. This is a different Michelle, I think.
Yeah, yeah, I think I know this Michelle.
Okay.
Do I know you, Michelle?
Well, there's a couple Michelles. There's Michelle.
No, I know. I mean, I think I take classes with her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's also Michelle, who has papers that she does. She's
been slacking on her channel, she said.
Huh?
She said she's been slacking on her channel. Yeah, we have a couple Michelle. So, like I said, we have Early Girl Michelle. There's Michelle was watching yesterday. There's a couple Michelle.
Okay, who else? Jana, Preppy Crafty Girl. She uses onion skin. Onion skin, avocado paper, blueberries, coffee, tea.
It adds texture and color. I mean, the coffee is just adding texture and color.
Yeah.
And the more coffee you put on, the more texture you're going to get. You know what I mean? So, okay, my paper is still wet. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the coffee paper. I'm going to sew the coffee paper to my muslin. And good morning. Thanks everybody for being here.
Carol.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for all the new people subscribing. We do like to, we do have a lot of fun here. And Eileen's always getting us into trouble.
Actually, Eileen's been good today. I think with everybody here, it's keeping her busy.
Yeah. she's on troll alert.
She's too busy to give us trouble. Hey, Kimberly, are you playing along?
Yeah, she did say earlier, she on the house one, she is doing her Kimberly tweaks, making it her own.
Okay, good.
I can't wait to see it. She does. I can't wait to see what she does with it.
Yeah, remember #Hangout and art.
Okay. I'm gonna lay the board down here. So this is what we're going to attach this in the middle. Okay. It's going to be a little cool. So I'm going to go and head to my sewing machine and sew this real quick. Kathy, if you want to make yourself big.
Oh, okay. All right. What I can do, I'll keep working on this and kind of continue. All right. So I got my buttons sewn on. And now I'm going to put a door on. I had a couple, here's some of the papers I got to pull out. I've got some of this, some Braille paper, which I thought was cool. This is pretty old. One of my favorite things to use is old ledger paper. And I got started. That's where I found Johnny at the junk journal shop. She had some amazing old antique ledgers, and that's where I started. Figured out that I just loved old antique papers, so I've been collecting these over the past year. Patty at Sacred Mementos, she has an enormous collection of ledgers too that I've gotten some from her. I've gotten other places online, but I just found that I love old papers. So what I really wanted to do was incorporate a piece of an old ledger, and I usually try to get the date in. I think this ledger was actually from 1897 or 1906, but I used it on something else. So it doesn't, I'm not going to worry about getting the date in. So I'm just going to tear out. Oh, my house is a little smaller than I thought. So I'm going to put that, I'll probably put that here. And then this is some old German, it's from an old German book, an old German reader. So, and this is a nice thick paper. I think I'm going to try to jelly print with this, but I'm just going to tear some of this out and use that along my roof. And this is where you make it your own. You go into your stash and you find out what you have, put a little bit of your own personality in it. So I think I'll put that up on the roof. And then also, I really like French journals. We used to live somewhere where they spoke French, so I kind of am anything French and old. I like to, I'm just drawn to and try to incorporate that into some of my art. So I did find this is an old flashcard and vintage flashcard. So I pulled out La Maison, house, home. So I think I want to try and put that, incorporate this somewhere. So I'm just going to keep this out here and decide what I'm going to do. I may lift this up and put it underneath here just because it's so big, but I don't really want to cut into it. Maybe I'll just could just do that. Let's see. Wait, here. There. Here's what we'll do. I think I might just attach it right there. Staple that in. There we go. So that'll be my little French piece in there. All right, so now I think I'll attach this down. I think I like using the, I know yes, it is very bilingual of me. I like to use Yoo-Hoo glue. So I'll attach this down. You could also put it down with matte medium, glue dots. I'm just going to use my glue. My glue stick, and then we'll put this over here. So we've got a little bit of German and a little bit of French going on, which is appropriate because we lived in Switzerland. They spoke German and French. We were in the French speaking part. So, all right, what's the next step? Colleen zipped through that. Okay. All right, so I'm going to get some of add a little bit of, I didn't have yellow ochre, so what if I have golden yellow? So I'm just going to kind of put this in here because I do like the yellow and gray. So I'm going to keep that in here. Kind of put that over here. Let's see. And then let me wet my finger, kind of rub it in over here. I think I might add a little bit of gold. These are woodies over here. And my food pen just to give it a little dark. Got that here. A bit of yellow. Little bit of yellow here. Where's my gray? I have to say, I do like the yellow gray. I do like the palette on this with just a little bit of red that makes it pop. All right, so I've got that here. Let's do like the doodling around the house, so we'll add some of that. And I do want to try, we had seen there's another gold technique we saw with the mica. I'm going to stamp, I think, some little flowers on the mica and have a little garden down here. So we'll see how that works out. The tricky thing is how am I going to attach it? And I'm thinking maybe just a glue dot or a piece of double-sided tape. So we got that going here. So yeah, it's starting to come along. All right, so is Colleen back?
Yeah, I'm having technical difficulties with my sewing machine. I got 2 sides done, and my bobbin decides to get all mangled up. So I'm going to just leave as is and or grab and just wing it.
Okay.
I don't have time to keep fooling with it. That's
Okay.
the downside of sewing on paper is like this is watercolor paper is like a little thicker material, and the downside is it can get down, the fibers can get down into your thing and kind of mess with it.
Yes, I can. Okay, Kimberly did her project. I'm going to get her tweet and show that.
Sure.
Hold on. Thanks, Devin. Oh, wow. Wait till you see this. It'll take me a second. It's really good.
Okay.
Give me a second.
All right.
There's Kimberly's.
Oh, look how cute. Oh my God.
I love
so
it.
cute. I love it. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, Kimberly, you do the best art. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, she's got material. She's got buttons. Very fun.
Look at the little X's she put around the edge with the pen to make it look like stitching. Peace on Earth. I love that. Is that a rub-on or a sticker?
Oh, Helen, yes, I would. If you can, Helen, if you can get, make a note of that for me, that would be great. And I might have some stuff she might be interested in too. If you can get her information for me or make a note of it, and I'll try and get in contact with her. You can find me on Instagram, kberg.59 on Instagram if you want to contact me. All right. Thank you for sharing, Kimberly.
Yeah,
I love it. I love the color palette too. I like that. What color did you use along the trim? I know. Creative Breathing says, reminds me of sunshine and flowers. Oh, can you scoot your thing into camera more? Thanks, Colleen.
You're welcome.
Hey, Gilly.
All right. So I'm taking my muslin that has the blue paint, that I painted last night on top, and applying that on top of the coffee paper. The coffee paper is on top of some muslin. You normally would finish stitching it, but it is what it is. My sewing machine is not cooperating, and I don't want to spend the stream time fixing it. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is add another piece on top. This is cute. This is being super cute. I really like this project. I'm going to hang this one up.
Oh, this is a really cute project.
I loved how this looks like aged wood. I'm really happy with the turquoise and raw umber and the wax.
All right, I'm going to see if my crackle shows up at all.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to use my Paper Artsy Fresco paints, Blue Oyster, and water that down. And hopefully we'll be able to see some of my cracks on the board. As I said that came out so wrong. My gosh. All right.
Now, I normally would stitch this on, but my sewing machine's not cooperating. And if you don't have a sewing machine, it's still going to look good. And you can always hand stitch these things. But for time's sake, I'm not going to do that. All right.
Devin. No. No, you don't. Need you ask Devin? Of course not. That was and I wonder why Facebook said I was inappropriate. Oh man.
Did she really get that? That's funny.
What?
That she was inappropriate? That's funny.
That's why they closed my Facebook account.
Oh, that's right. That was you.
They said I was inappropriate. I have art. I have my art friends, family, and all my other friends, and I never post. So I'm thinking somebody was messing with my account, reported me. So I'm trying to fix that because there's a lot of art people and old friends that I follow on there, and now I've lost touch with everybody. All right. Oh yeah. This is here. It's subtle. The Tim crackle, the way I put it on, is very subtle, but it's here.
It was supposed to be somewhat subtle, but
I think what I might do, I'm going to dry this and maybe put some walnut ink spray that I made on it. And maybe go that route. Let's let that dry and see what happens. No, Brenda, I just for the past month they kicked me out and said I had inappropriate behavior, and they wouldn't reconsider. So I'll get it figured out. It's a conspiracy, yeah. You know, and if it wasn't for the art, because there's classes I take that I can only get to on Facebook, I'd just get rid of Facebook. But anyway, that's a whole other story. But yeah, so if you've been looking for me, that's why. And that's why I haven't been able to do Messenger. Oh, Colleen, I love the picture of the lady, the vintage lady in there.
Thanks. That was
your heart.
That was in a little vintage book that I got from Catherine Anderson.
I think you sent me that one.
Eileen, you made that up. Eileen just said, did you know they are not allowed to sell Fabri-Tac in 2021? That is completely made up, Eileen.
I bought it. I can't remember.
I know. Eileen doesn't think you should use glue-on material. But you can still get Fabri-Tac.
Well, I mean, it works for time. It works well for time because we are at a time. I'm going to hand sew my button.
No, Jane, I don't know what I did because when you can send in a thing to have them to look at it and reevaluate it. When I sent that request in, like 30 seconds later, that said it's been evaluated and we are not changing our mind. So they didn't look. I think I don't know what happened. Maybe somebody like said I was inappropriate, and I don't know. I just kind of laughed it off. But it's not funny because I've disconnected with my classes and stuff. Okay. Eileen.
Hold on. Switching threads.
Hey, Tiger Princess.
It glued and swelled and stuff came apart. Ooh.
Okay.
Wow. I've never had that happen.
Yeah, it's everybody's got.
No, I've been using it for years and never had anything happen to it.
Yeah, Eileen is up to her usual shenanigans, right, Leanne? I think Eileen's somebody needs to take the keys away from Eileen.
So we have a fun-filled day with hopping around with Mary's hop she arranged for today and all day tomorrow. And Patty will be having a sale tonight. Johnny's having a sale. And as well as art. So this is really just a fun day.
Yeah, fun 2 days now. It's gone from a whole 24 hours up to 36 now. If you look at my description box, I've got a list of all the streamers that are on.
All right. See you later, Aunt Beck.
Bye, Aunt Beck. Thanks for coming.
So what does a lot of you here, are you mixed media artists, or what's your favorite medium that you like to do? I am looking forward to going along with you guys today to each of the different streams, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see what everybody's doing. Yeah, it's nice to have. I like having it. I like being on early, and then we can just relax and enjoy all the streams the rest of the day. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how this the crackle paste turned out.
Oh, good. Tim's paste crackles pretty fast, which I like. It crackles quick.
Well, I did this morning, so I didn't do it last night. Here, let me see if you can see. Otherwise, I'm going to put the, see that in there? I don't know. It's little crackles. Now I'm going to put I'm going to try the walnut spray ink and see if that'll bring it out more. to mix. I don't have walnut ink. I need to make some more.
Oh, I like her. My medium is all, right? I love that. That would be, I think, a good description for Kathy and I. Our medium is all.
Yes.
I like that because we do.
Everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Julie said her medium right now would be chocolate. That's a good one. I could live with that.
Chocolate, good one.
Yeah.
30 minutes remain. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Heather.
Let's see. Why don't I have...
Okay. I'm trying to throw a button, believe it or not.
All right, I don't have a walnut stain made, so I'm just going to make it right now. I'm just going to take some of my water, pour a bit of walnut ink in, shake it up,
really
and my
flimsy.
stain.
This is so flimsy. Hold on. I'm going to improvise one moment. I'm going to try it. Does anyone use stains on fabric? That's right. You might be in trouble. Let's just see.
I was thinking about that, but I can't find where I put my stains.
Because I know that from where I used it on some paper, it definitely made my paper nice and crunchy. So I'm going to assume that this is going to stiffen the fabric just a little bit.
Okay, so this is subtle, but it is aging it. This is just a little walnut ink in a spray bottle with water, giving it an aged effect. I want a little more ink in there.
Be careful, we heat up the wax. The other thing I'm going to put on here, just want to make the heart just a little different color. I want to make this just a little, yeah, it did actually help stiffen it up a little bit. Now it's not so flimsy. Okay.
Oh, so that makes it a little bit harder?
It does. I've
Okay.
noticed that it made my paper crunchy, so I know if it made my paper crunchy, it was probably gonna stiffen this up.
And
Yeah.
that's the stains?
Yeah, this is the stain.
And who makes that again, Colleen? Patty?
This was we got this on is it Etsy,
Yeah,
and it is called Stains
Patty
by
Pockets.
Patty Pockets. And who I'm trying to think. I think Eileen found it first. I think that at least that I know, Eileen found it. So we were all excited. So we all jumped on board with that. So I'm afraid this too. And you can use it on paper. I mean, it's really, I think, meant more for paper, but I just tried it on some muslin and worked awesome. So
I like that. I like that it stiffens it up and gives it better texture.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I think I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp a little bit on that. Okay.
So I will be posting. I'll post on Instagram when I finish these, so you guys can see.
There's some really fun projects in this book. I definitely want to tackle some more projects in this book. They're easy, pretty good step-by-steps. Yeah, just get you out of your comfort zone, try something new. And some of these are just old things now at this point, but in 2014 they would have been new techniques at that point in time. Just, you don't leave it on your shelf.
Yeah, because what I noticed in that book, Colleen, like some of the stuff, there's actually products that were made, you know, like the crackle paste, you know, really wasn't around that much. And they've actually made some of the things that they use into products.
Oh, that's a good point. Is this prompted people to do this That's a really valid point. I need some stays on. This is a Prima stamp. Let's see how this goes. It's just because we got all this paint on here, it should stamp pretty nice. Okay, cool. That just kind of give it a little more texture.
Thank you, Matt.
And I just ink the edges.
Thanks, Devin.
Kind of grunge it up a little bit. Taking grunge lessons from Lori. She's the queen of She's the queen of grunge. All right.
Yeah, I think is Patty going to be on with Maggie and Lori tonight doing some arting?
I think some sales and art. I think it's going to be some art and some sales.
So yeah, so if you're into multitasking, you can watch the New Year's Eve Streamathon. You can buy. People are going to be having auctions. It'll be fun.
Thank you, Matt. Yeah, I like the grungy look. It makes it fun. But the house was a, less grungy projects, and this is a more grungy, so you get a little, whatever you like, you get a little bit of both today. All right, so this one, I took a piece of ledger paper, a piece of fabric, cut out in a heart shape, stitched it on last night, and put some cheesecloth behind it, just to, again, just kind of give it a little bit of, just a little bit added texture here, so, because we're basically going to be putting stuff around it. Let's see. I like the idea of maybe putting that one there. Okay. Hold on, put the lid on my stays on. I'm really bad about that. I start thinking about the next steps, and then I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to ink the edge, do a little stamping on it. Oh, that's right. This one has on the back, though. This is from an index card, a vintage index card. So I just use my heart punch and stamp that out. Oh, yeah, she did. Yeah, and Maggie did, too. I liked Maggie's, too. Yeah, and she did grunge it out. She sure did.
Aren't they fun, Brenda? Brenda said she found Maggie and Lori last night. She's so happy she did.
Oh, yes. It's awesome to have new people to inspire you and find you. They do their thing. Everyone has, everyone does, what they'll enjoy.
Oh, thanks, Riri. Yeah, we're happy we participated too. This is fun every year. Oh yeah, Riri. Helen, I just found this out this morning. See, I'm out of the loop with Mary because of the whole thing, but Mary, I guess, is planning a JB5 hop, a journal by 5 hop. That would be fun.
Oh, that's stressful.
It might not, you know what though, if you did it in hop format where a different person did, I think it might be less stressful than doing it all in one place like we did with, like, how many people did we have? 10 people at once.
I don't think that. I think it's the process. Even though I kind of like planned out, I planned out like what I was going to use. I had everything, ahead of time. I had my images picked out and things like that, but it still was stressful. All
right, let's see here. You can see a little bit more of my crackle in here. That is actually crackled. It's not just bubbles.
Ooh, what thread is this? It keeps shredding on me. Okay, it's just going to get glued. I don't know what thread I pulled out of my box, but
Okay, so now I will put on the melted wax and then do that part.
glue it.
Oh, thanks, Maggie. I like JB5s too, Brenda. I like the not thinking, just like grabbing stuff and doing it. If I think too much, it takes me too long. If I think about it, I'm better off if I'm under pressure.
Under pressure. I think that was an old song.
I love that song. I've got a playlist. Actually, that's one on my playlist.
Tom will probably remember who sang that one. He's
Queen.
better at 80s
Queen and David Bowie.
than I am. He's a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is take my extra piece that I sewed for my other project. I think I'm just going to add this on here.
Oh, journaling by fives. Mary, tell me if I'm explaining this right. JB5 is called Journaling by Fives. It was a concept made up by Shannon Green, and it was to help build or break, like if you have, it was just to get you to be more intuitive in your art. So there's 5 different categories. You have 10 or 15 minutes for each category. You do 20 pages. If you look up, somebody put up Shannon Green Journaling by 5 link.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I can show you. Where's my Journaling by 5s? It is actually one of the journals I'm almost finished with. Because God forbid I actually finish a whole journal front to back. Where's my journal by 5? I love my journal by 5.
All right. So this one had 12 steps. This is their finished. This is their finished project. Now they did some X's with the wax. That looks cool. I made mine way more grungier than theirs. You see theirs is hers is very light, and then I did mine a lot more grungy. So make it your own. Do what you want to do. Do what you're in the mood to do. You know, that's part of it too.
Okay, so basically, journal by 5s is you do 5 quick processes, and you end up with a good journal. Mixed media art journal is a starting point for journal pages.
Yeah, so exactly.
That's now that I think about it, and I don't know where my journal by 5 journal is. Somebody must have stole it.
I'd never be able to quickly go find it. Yeah, there's.
I'm mad because it's usually right here. See, this is what happens when I organize. I can't find anything. Don't organize. What is this now? You know when I'll find it? I'll find it at 12:30.
You'll find
here
it.
it is.
You'll find it later when we get off
Here it
screen.
Here it is. So this is, it's just something that you can pick up and work on, and you've got a background already started. I'll just do a quick flip while Colleen's finishing up there.
Sure. I'm about done. So.
Okay, so I think the first one is backgrounds. So I used a jelly plate and made 20 backgrounds. And then Mary, what's the second? First one is backgrounds. One of them I think is adding texture, adding collage. But the thing is you work fast and you don't think.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go back and finish up the pages when, at your leisure. All right. So these are just fun throwing color. This ended up being kind of Egyptian-like. I love this page and all the colors. This one, Seth Apter stencil from Stencil Girl I used. Art by Marlene. It's a good way to go back and use up all the fun stuff that you've collected. You have to finish each section in 10, though. There is a time limit. There is a time limit, and it does get stressful.
That's the part that's stressful.
Yeah,
and it gets really messy. You end up with stuff everywhere because you're working so fast. There's no cleaning up in between.
Wonderlust, check out Wonderlust. That's a class a bunch of us are taking. It's a year-long class. We're also Colleen and I are doing Lifebook. That's another year-long class. This is one of my favorite pages with the dragonflies. CB would like this. So yeah, this is just a fun way to get your creative juices flowing. And then when you're finished, you end up with another favorite page. You end up with a fun journal. And I might say that's actually, I do have one finished journal.
Good job. It's way better than mine turned out, to be honest.
And then what I used for the cover, when I did my jelly plates, I had extra paint on the edges. So I took one piece of paper, and these are all the different colors that are on the pages in the journal. Just a little side note. So, all right, let's put Colleen back. This is not a sketchbook. It's mixed media paper. Mixed media paper that I did big sheets, and then I cut them in half to put the book together, and then I bound it with the cinch. I know Wonderlust starts tomorrow. I'm excited, Peggy.
I always start off like I'm going to finish it, and I never do. So maybe this year I will do it. Every year.
I'm going to try.
Every year I hope I'm going to finish it.
Oh, that's looking really good, Colleen.
Yeah, this will be fun. I'll put some hooks on this, and and I will put this up on the wall somewhere in my room. Just a little mini artwork. Doesn't take up much room. This is only 8x8, this board, so yeah, you can fit this anywhere on a shelf, or I think this is small enough you can fit this in anywhere. Now, what I want to do probably is, I think the sides are a little bright. I don't like the sides. Let's see. Let's see what happens if we put this on it. I'm basically finished. I followed her prompts in the book, and I'm just gonna do a little bit here and there. Let's try this.
Colleen, you've been an art machine this morning.
I have. I was up late.
Get down to business.
Well, we had 2 hours to make something, and I thought I'm going to make 2 projects. Cranking it out. Well, I really got excited about this book. I really did when I found it. I really got excited about the book, and I was like,
fun, Gayla. I know, and I think we showed you a lot of technique. I think we tried to show a lot of techniques that were in the book. Yeah, APG Jamie's next. Helen just put her link up.
Thank you so much, Helen.
What's Jamie doing today? Do you know?
Nope.
I don't either.
It would be cute for Valentine's. Yeah, it's ended up being a little Valentine's vintage little artwork. You could do this. You wouldn't have, I think if you were going to do this on paper, it would have to be like a really thick paper, not sketch paper, maybe a couple pieces of MixPD paper glued together. If you wanted to try this, try this technique and not do the,
thanks, Dorothy.
You know what I mean? Just because if you're going to do the wax, it does have to be, it doesn't have to be. Now, Lori, she waxes on envelopes, but I think if you're going to scrape into it, I think, if you're going to go scraping into it.
Okay, how much time do we have?
We have about 10 minutes left.
Okay.
For everybody to, so I'm drying the sides.
Should I do the giveaway now? while
Yes,
you're doing-
let's do a giveaway. That sounds perfect. Let's do the
Okay, while
giveaway.
Colleen's finishing up, we'll do the giveaway. I'll go big.
Okay.
And okay, we've got 5 of these to give away. We're going to do how many people here? Okay, 152. All right, so we're going to pick a number 1 to 200. Pick one number.
Not going over.
Okay, the person who comes closest without going over is the winner, and we'll take the people that are the 5 closest people is the winner. We're giving away, Colleen and I did a fabric strip swap, which we thought was going to be like really quick and easy. Well, then the post office decided to put their 2 cents in. So it was fun though. It was worth the work, and everybody sent in awesome strips of fabric and lace. I had Zandra, Scraps to Beauty, who also has a paint shop. She sent these beautiful lace pieces along with a little story about the red thread, which you'll have to check out. And then Helen, our mod, sent a piece of a lace material, and then some all kinds of like.
I love the fabric she sent with it.
Right, she sent little.
So pretty.
So I had extra ones of these, so I thought I'd share this with you guys because that's another thing Colleen and I are going to do. We're going to be doing snippet rolls.
Yes, we got to do that. You got to catch up with Kimberly. She's already done all her snippet rolls.
I know. Kimberly's done her snippet rolls. When Brooke's back in action, check her out. She's going to be doing it. It'll be a fun project. So
It sure will be.
Okay, Helen, go ahead. You want to go ahead and start or no, how do we do this?
Well, you can.
I can. Okay.
You can go, and then after everyone has their numbers in, then you can do the random.org and show it on screen.
Number 1 to 200.
Oh, you're welcome, Molly. I'm glad you're here. Thank you, everybody.
And then try to hold no chatting so we don't lose any of the numbers.
Probably will not be streaming tomorrow. My normal stream days are Friday at 10 a.m., but because of the wonderful hop that Mary has set up for everybody for 2 days of art, I'm going to be going to the hops, and I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow because there'll be someone in my time slot. So just let you all know, I'll be on next Tuesday with Kathy next Friday, but I will not be streaming tomorrow.
Okay, does everybody have their number in? Yeah, if you mistyped your number, go ahead and switch it. Otherwise, just one number. Val, if you want to make sure yours is in right, go ahead. Okay, I'll do the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Okay. Now, here. We'll do my best friend here. See if she's going to be nice to me today.
Put mine on play. I'll turn mine down. Okay.
Okay, you guys are ready. Orisa, you're just one. I have you right after the stop. I'll go ahead and include you. Make sure you have live chat selected. Top chat. Oh, thank you, Dee Dee, because I've been on top chat the whole time over in here. But I think hopefully I can see everything on StreamYard. I think StreamYard keeps the whole thing. Okay. All right. So Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 200.
Your random number between 1 and 200 is 19.
Ooh, 19. 19. see.
Oh, well, Rosa had 18. That's probably.
Yeah. So let's see if anybody had
And
19.
then see if anyone else has 19 or 18 could be a tie. Let's see.
Okay, I think what I'm going to
Oh,
do,
there's two 18s. Hilla has 18 first.
okay, I'm going to pick 5 different numbers. So who's ever closest to 19 without going over, and then I'll pick another number and then another number. Okay, so far we've got Orissa,
Hilla.
Hilla. Who was first, Janet?
Hilla was first.
Hilla? Hilla first. Okay, so we've got Hilla. All right, okay, so keep the chat to a minimum. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 200.
Your random number between 1 and 200 is 95.
Ooh, 95. Let's see who has 95.
Glenn has 89. Oh, see, Pamela's 90. Oh, I have 89.
Okay, who has 90, Colleen?
So I believe it is. Let me find her again. She had 90. Everyone else has probably already typed it in. I think it's Pamela.
Pamela?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Pamela Kane. Okay, also email me. You guys need to email me your address. Let me get my
Put your email in.
email up there. I want to make sure I can get the right email. Okay. Inbox. Okay. What's my email address? Okay. I have a new email address that I'm using for art. Let me type it in. Okay, so we've got Pamela Kane at 90. My email address, where you can get a hold of me, is kbergart. kbergart at mi.rr.com. That is my email address. So send me your name, your screen name, and your address so I can get these out to you. Okay, Alexa, pick another number between 1 and 200.
Here's a number between 1 and 200. It's 117.
Okay, 117.
Okay, 117.
You're welcome, Devin. Thanks, you guys, for coming.
Don't leave yet. We're still doing giveaways.
Here, I'm
113 is Debbie.
Debbie.
Riddick is 113. Oh wait, 114 is Lynette Porter. That's closer. Hold on. I think it's Lynette Porter. Let's see. Oh wait, Val has 117.
Okay, Val has 117. Nice, Val.
Right on the
Okay.
dot. Val has it.
Okay, 2 more. We got 2
Two
more.
more. There you go.
Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 200.
Your random number between 1 and 200 is 112.
Ooh, 112. And make sure everybody mails me at kbergart@mi.rr.com.
Oh, you're welcome, Violet.
Your name, screen name, and mailing address. Okay, who was closest?
I know, I'm looking. That's what I'm trying to figure out because I see 113, which is over, and what's below 113.
All right, we got Mary at 102. Anybody have over 102? Oh, looks like Mary at 102.
All right. Thank you, Helen, for helping.
One more, and then we're out of here.
Woohoo! Mary gets something, and Mary deserves it.
Mary!
Put all this together, so I'm really happy she got that.
Okay, Alexa, one more. Pick a number between 1 and 200.
Here's a number between 1 and 200. It's 1.
Oh, okay. Did anybody pick 1?
No.
We have a comedian here. Did anybody pick 1?
Let's see. Well, see, Linda has 4, but everything's over. It has to be 1. You get to redo that. No one picked
1 is
1.
me. Did you pick Eileen, did you really pick 1?
What?
Are you kidding?
Wait a minute. They're saying Tracy picked
Oh,
1.
Tracy picked 1? Okay.
Who picked
Okay,
it first?
All right, Tracy. Ha. See, she does not like me. I'm telling you. She's always messing with me.
I can't believe someone picked 1.
Tracy did.
Yeah, that's awesome, Tracy. All right. I thought there's no way we're going to redo that.
I know, I thought I was going to. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Colleen, you did awesome with your projects. I will finish mine up and post them. And head on over, enjoy the rest of the stream. Head on over to Jamie's. And
The link is in chat. Grab it.
yeah, and I will I'll put my email in the description, so if you want you can email me and I'll send out, so I have your address and everything for you.
All right. See you at the next stream. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.